We want to prolong life. We don't want to prolong death, and there is a difference. When I came to Suffolk 12 years ago, I was really determined to provide the best care possible, and I got a bit ahead of myself thinking that that was possible as a GP. And thank goodness things like social prescribing and personalised care is coming in, because that's what really has to wrap around the patient. But one of the big gaps I noticed was in end-of-life care, palliative care. And I realised that patients require medical care for a small percentage of their time in their last year of life. What they really need is an understanding of choices and some compassion and some time. So I looked around and invited the sort of communities, the volunteers, the good neighbourhood schemes to a meeting. We identified what could be done, and actually they came up with this possibility of providing some companionship, some befriending relations, whereby if they were trained up to have competence and confidence, with some support, because you need governance, DBS checks and safeguarding, confidentiality training, and ongoing support from leadership team, then the volunteers will be in the perfect position to be able to lend their time to people, know about the conversations that patients might want to have. What are their choices at the end of life? What is resuscitation? Does it apply to me? Should I be resuscitated? What about my advanced care planning? What do I want, towards the end? Do I want to go to hospital at all costs? What's my ceiling of care? If I get yet another chest infection, do I really want treatment? This has gone on so long, some patients say enough. And other patients say, I want to be kept alive no matter what. We want to prolong life. We don't want to prolong death, and there is a difference. It takes time, conversations, courage and competence to be able to understand what those choices are for people. So what the idea is for our companions to work closely with the medical teams, with the social prescribing teams, with the wider healthcare community, and that they're sort of a bridge. So if they start to have conversations, for example, it might be through a cup of tea conversation that a patient says, I do not want to be resuscitated. Now that's really important that we know about that. So the companions would then feed that back to the GP, and it would be a wonderful thing to receive that information for me or for any of my colleagues to be able to phone that patient, knowing that the seed had been planted, knowing that we weren't going to offend or upset or cause distress to a patient because they've already started the conversation, and given permission and consent for us to continue that, and to make sure that the right paperwork is in place to honour those wishes. And that's what this is all about. The companion service started off very small. It started off just being within my practice area for us to test it out. Well, we did test it out, even over the COVID pandemic, and it was shown to be hugely beneficial. So we were successful in getting some more funding to be able to roll this service out across Ipswich and East Suffolk. And that's the area at the moment. We are looking for more companions because we know we have so many patients that could benefit from this, but we need more companions to come and join us, our really wonderful, truly compassionate team that get a lot of support and facilitation to do what they do. So we're looking for companions to come and join us, to email me in the first instance, and then we can give them more information, what it involves, and take it from there.